Anthony Mundine here with FightHype.com. How you going, Anthony?
I'm doing good, my man.
Big day today for you, obviously, for the Black Lives Matter campaign here in Brisbane. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, basically, we're seeing the tragedy what happened in America with George Floyd, but it's just another occurrence that happens pretty much every day in the world and society, especially here in Australia with my own people, the Aboriginal people. I mean, the brutality and the oppression and the judgment we face is pretty much unparalleled. The black people, dark people of this earth, and so we're just just rallying to stand up and try and fight against the injustice that has been served upon us.
And in this country, I've got to admit, you were probably one of the first athletes in the country back in 97, 98 that was speaking about this. 23 years on, we're still speaking about it, aren't we?
Yeah, man, it's never gonna. Listen, racism is never gonna fade, never gonna die. I mean, people are just taught to be racist. You know what I mean? It's embedded into their psyche. It's embedded into the systematic structure of society, Western society. You know what I mean? If you get a little girl or a little boy, 3 or 4 years old, they wouldn't know what it is. You know what I mean? Obviously, they haven't got the faculties, but they don't care what color you are. They don't mind, what race you are, what religion or whatever. But when you, as you get older and you evolve as men, and the society you're developing and extending, unfortunately, we're looked at as the, inferior.
Was it a proud moment today for you, Anthony?
Yeah, definitely. I just yell and show my face and be amongst the people and stand against something that's wrong. I'll always fight for justice. I'll always fight for truth, and that's why I was here today.
You're back in training now. Did you ever actually retire from the sport after John Wayne Parr, or?
I never officially retired. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to see what how good, because I thought the Green 2 fight and the John Wayne Parr fight, I won both fights. If I won them both fights, it would have been a different story. People probably wouldn't doubt me as much. You know what I mean? And I feel I won the Green 2. And I feel I won the John Wayne. I got gypped by the referee with a knockdown that wasn't a knockdown, and the point deduction. That's 3 points he took from me. It cost me the fight. You know what I mean? I've been very inactive over the last few years. It's one fight a year, which ain't enough. But I've never officially retired. But there's a couple of names out there that's been talking disrespectful about my name, about my legacy, and maybe it's giving me the kick up the bum that I needed to wanna put the work in.
Is it about? It can't be about the money now, because for those who don't know, you've made more money. No one will ever make as much money in the sport of boxing as you have. And at 45, it can't be about the money, can it?
It's not about the money. You know what I mean? It ain't about the money. It's like
is there records you want to break?
There's records. There's legacy. You know what I mean? There's things that I want to do that's never been done. I've already done that many a times. But to cement my legacy, to cement my name, it's already cemented, but to really engrave it the way I want to, there's a name out there that's been talking disrespectful, talking.
Who is that name, Chuck?
I don't want to say any names. You see what but people in boxing know who it is. And this cat tries to act like me, like a young me, try to look like me, walk like me, talk like me, box like me. And even at this age, I'm a different beast, man. I may be 45 in years age, but I'm a different beast. I know the average 45-year-old. I'm like a beehive, you know what I mean? He was champ at his 49. So it's just if I got the drive, I'm just mustering if I have the drive. If this certain individual gives me the drive and the desire and the dedication to put in the work, I think I still got the skills to school this cat.
I'm going to mention Michael Zerafa because around about 2 months ago there was a bit of him and back and forth on Instagram. he was sort of going at you, you were going at him. You got any message for Michael Zerafa if he was one of the opponents that you're considering taking out?
No message, just be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? Because by right, you know what I mean. You know, this young buck should beat me. You know what I mean? But if and when it did happen, and I do beat him, he loses all his cookies. You know what I mean? All his cookies are gone from the jar, and I take that spot. So people got to be careful what they wish for, and don't one thing that his team and himself is going to rely on, they're going to bank on age. You know what I mean? I'm serious till I find one. You know what I mean? I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm like the George Foremans, the B-Hops, the Evander Holyfield, who was champ late in his 40s. You know what I mean? So, and I'm young in the sport. I started when I was 25. These cats started when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. You know what I mean? They've already been 20 years in the game. When I'm just getting to my 20th year now. You know what I mean? So I'm still young in the sport. I still feel very confident, very great about where I'm at. You know what I mean?
No sparring today because obviously we're not doing any sparring at the moment. But your regime today was actually, you're quite fit. Like, you know, the last 12 weeks for you during this pandemic, you've still been ticking over, running, because you keep it fit. You keep it pretty fit.
I tick over. You know what I mean? I tick over and stay fit because the body, especially as you get older, you lose a lot of your aerobic fitness, sharpness, hand-eye. You gotta keep your tools sharp. You know what I mean? You don't keep them sharp, then it's gonna take you months, if not years, to sort of get back to that level. So I'm constantly ticking over, constantly working on my craft. But these young bucks, like Zerafa's and that, I'm hearing sparring 10 rounds, this and that. You peak it too early. You know what I mean? You stay in too much in shape for too long. You know what I mean? And then that can be very bad for him.
When do you feel in Australia right now? So Bob Arum and the top ranked guys, they're kicking off fights next week, June the 9th, behind closed doors for around about 3 or 4 weeks. They're going to do 3 fights per week. When do you feel in Australia, with what's going on, when we could see boxing again?
I think, all in due course. I think, once the restrictions go from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, I think definitely by early October or late September, we should start to see fights with crowds and whatnot back to what it was.
Okay. Mate, any message out there for your fans and that, obviously?
Just to my fans, man, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself no matter what predicament you're in. No matter what, who's saying this about you, who's saying that about you. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can do whatever you want to do. If you focus on a goal, dedicate yourself to working hard towards that goal, and mentally stimulate your mind and not letting nobody get in the way between that goal, then your goal can happen. You know what I mean? And you're going to see that with my next announcement. You're going to see that.
So stay tuned. There is an announcement.
Stay tuned. You're going to see that. And when I shock you all again, you're going to say, well, hey, when this guy going to go? You know what I mean? When are you going to go? I'm going to go when I want to go. You know what? I built my legacy to something not just to be proud of, but that no man has done before. No man before me has done. Conquering 2 sports. Should have played for my country and won, and become a 3-time world champ in another. Such a brutal sport as boxing. You know what I mean? No one's ever done that, and I still got some more legacies I want to stand for.
Just one last one. There's been a lot of footage recently around Mike Tyson at 53 years of age, potentially making a comeback with Evander Holyfield. He's obviously 9, 8 years older than you. Can Mike do that? Because Evander Holyfield
I've seen some footage of Mike, and let me tell you, I'm like 9 years old, 8 years younger than him. I wouldn't want to get in there with him. No.
He looks good though, doesn't he?
No way. He's still, you never not learn. I mean, not remember how to fight. You know what I mean? Or what he's doing, you just gotta restructure the body and like maintain and train and you know stay on your P's and Q's. But I think that's a great fight against Evander because I think he's really bitter about them losses to Evander. I thought Evander fought dirty fights with him, but got the victory. Did what he had to do to win, and I think Mike's a bit bitter. Wants to, you know, at this age, still wants that get back. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, I'll watch it. So I think a lot of other people would.
So you reckon it'd sell to the world?
100. They're two one of the biggest icons, sporting names, boxing names in the world. You know what I mean? Remember the biting of the ear episode? I mean, that went crazy. You know what I mean? So the whole world know. You know what I mean? The whole world, boxing world know. And the way they're training, with Evander releasing his flip after Mike Tyson released his, it's like they're already going at it. Like, you know, I'm doing better than you.
They're fueling the fire,
They're fueling the fire. And once the fire, it's going to blaze up once they announce it.
Do you feel that's sort of the same with yourself here, being the biggest pay-per-view rated fighter ever out of Australia? You know, it doesn't matter if you're 40 or 45,
it don't matter.
people will still buy it?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm a different beast. You know, I'm a different beast for real. Like, these young cats, like, what's Zerafa's 28? 28. I'm
Horn 31, so
Horn
25.
31. You know, all these young cats, they great. You know, I applaud their talent and coming through, and they have dreams and whatnot. But
Zerafa does sell the fights though.
Yeah, he does sell, but he mimics a lot of what the young Mundine was like. You know what I mean?
Is it true, Chuck, that he did write a letter to you?
I sort of toned down a little bit over the last few years, but I'll come back when I have to.
Tell me a bit about that, because that last fight with John Wayne Parr, that promotion, that was a pretty, and I've seen a lot of your fights from 06 right through. You were pretty tame in that last fight from a promotional point of view. Yeah. Can we see, if you were to fight, I'm not saying you are, would we see the old Mundine in the next fight?
If there's a rapid fight on, mate, totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. That's game on now. You know what I mean? I mean, he can talk, but I can talk better. You know what I mean? Like, I was the pioneer of that shit, you know, coming through.
Because a lot of these young boxers now, and we speak about it a lot on certain platforms, whether it's podcasts or that, they don't sell it. No one's ever sold it like you, since you.
They ain't gonna sell it like me. You know what I mean? I'm just an individual that's done incredible things with my career, and people are so you know, and I've got a strong mindset. So anything that anyone tries to come at me or tries to bring me down, it's like water off a duck's back. Even with the system, it doesn't matter, media, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I don't give two hoots. You know what I mean? I do me, and I speak truth. I fight for justice, and I tell it how it is. I'm a straight shooter. You know what I mean? And I'm not your corporate kind of guy. You know what I mean? So I speak truth. I'll spit facts. And
with you and your team, from a promotional point of view, you could do that fully independently, Anthony?
Yeah, definitely.
Mundine TV?
Oh, man, who knows, man? If we could do Mundine TV, I don't know. No, that would be great. I think that would be great. I'll be definitely entertaining. How about that? No. If your father's gone into my life, I'll let you guys.
No worries. All right, Chuck, thanks for catching up with FightHype.com.
Thank you, man.